All right, we've got our surface prepped. We're now ready to start marking out so that we can apply our lettering. There's a couple different methods of doing this. Someone that's a little bit more comfortable, you can almost do this by eye on this type of an installation, but for the sake of the video, we're going to show you both methods. One, just kind of marking it out so that you can lay the lettering on there, and the second one will be the hinge method. And I'm going to do my best to show you this without actually applying the vinyl, and we'll come back and apply it in just a minute. So if I were to take a tape measure here and say I want it like about right here, I'd measure out 21 inches and I'd find where I want that to be. And again, I've got my original was here, it started here and it ended right here, so I'm going to bring it and kind of center that. So I'm going to say that I want it to start about right here. Just going to give myself a line right there. And again, this is just a blue wax pencil. You can wipe the marks off when you're done. Now if this is 21 inches, I'm basically going to divide that by 2, which is going to give me 10.5 inches. So I'm going to come 10.5 inches from this line here, and I'm going to put myself a line up here, right about 10.5 inches. And again, it's a pretty big line. That's the center of what this is going to be. Same thing, I come over here from the F on my letters, and I'm going to measure 10.5 inches over, and I'm going to put a mark on my tape. And what this is going to do is this is going to allow me to place the center of my decal exactly in the center of this. So if I line this up on that center, my F starts right where it's supposed to over here on my blue line. The next thing we need to do is we need to measure for up and down. And what we're going to do on that is basically figure out where we want to go from this line here. Again, you want to follow the line. You don't want to follow the top of the boat or the ground, because this line is what people are going to see as level. So we're just going to come about 1/4 of an inch up from this line, and I'm going to put myself a couple marks. As long as I do them the same, that's going to be the bottom. So when I'm laying this on here, I can line the bottom of my letters. I can see through my application tape and line them right up there. My center is going to hit here. The bottom of my letters is going to touch those lines, and I'll have my lettering on there nice and straight. So that's how you're going to mark it out for the hinge method, which we're going to show you in just a minute. All right, so we found the center of the area that we want it to go, left to right. We found the height, top to bottom, where we wanted the letters to be, so they'll be nice and straight. We then took and we found the center of the lettering, and again, we can see the bottom of our letters, which we're going to line up to those lines to make it straight. The lines we put on there, I want to be very clear about this, are not about the bottom of the tape. They're about the actual bottom of the letters. So you want to make sure you look through the tape, you see your lines, and you line it up right to the bottom of your letter, okay? As far as your left to right, again, you're just centering it on that line right there, and that's going to center the whole group of letters where you want it to be. So we've got our area cleaned, nothing on it. We've got our lines on there. The next step is we're going to actually use our application fluid.